And as I catch my breath, we go to 1A now. District 3 action as 9th-ranked Dike-New Hartford hosts Sumner-Fredericksburg. Joining us to talk about this big game, David Warrington. You got out there early because you hung out with the Dike-New Hartford people for another story. But this game itself, I guess it proves who it should be ranked near the top in 1A.
Absolutely. And it was a big night for Dike-New Hartford. They came in with 249 wins in program history, looking for that milestone. And let's just say they had a pretty good night. Right. Before we get into the highlights here, Dike-New Hartford, they bounced back with a season-opening loss to Grundy Center. They have had two impressive wins. The Wolverines beat West Branch 27-0 and Osage 35-6. Sumner-Fredericksburg shut out East Buchanan 33-0 in its season opener before then losing to North Fayette Valley 42-24 in Week 2. The Cougars won by forfeit over Olwine last week, and Dike-New Hartford did win this game last year 24-14. The Wolverines are looking to make it a happy homecoming 2024. The Cougars looking for their first win over the Wolverines since 2008. Sumner-Fredericksburg set to punt, and this doesn't look like a design fake, but the pressure is too much for Noah Henderson, who tries to take off, but he's taken down short of the line to gain, and the Wolverines would use the field position. Colin Meester dumps it off to Devin Lotz, and it's full speed ahead for Lotz as he sprints across the goal line, and the Wolverines strike first, leading this one early 7-0. After a defensive stop, Meester fakes the handoff, rolling out and finds Carson Costello, who backpedals into the end zone for another Wolverine touchdown. And it is a party there in Dike as they lead 14-0. And Sumner-Fredericksburg special teams woes would continue as on the punt, the snap goes over Henderson's head and out of the end zone for a safety. On the ensuing kickoff, Noah Borcherding made an explosive play, finding a hole, breaking tackles, and sprinting inside the red zone before he's finally tripped up. And on the very first play of this possession, Borcherding finishes the job. He goes 17 yards to the end zone as it's all Dike-New Hartford, 23-0 after a quarter. Early second quarter now, Cougars trying to get things going. Tatum Nuss rolls out trying to find somebody downfield, but he only finds Tyson Bennett, who secures the interception, and Bennett was getting it done on offense as well. He takes the handoff, does the rest himself, and it's yet another Wolverine finding the end zone in the first half. And tonight, Dike-New Hartford was simply too much for Sumner-Fredericksburg as they roll to a 46-6 victory. That is their 250th win in program history. The Wolverines are 3-0 in the year. They've won 3 straight since the Week 1 loss to Grundy Center. And the Wolverines looking to make it 4 in a row next week. They hit the road to take on Central Springs. And of course, Sumner-Fredericksburg, they're going to try to bounce back, but it doesn't get any easier next week. They will be hosting the reigning state runner-up, MFL Marmac, next week, for a very tough matchup, certainly.